Hi, if you like the video, please remember to subscribe.
Hi, it's Rob from robnonphoto.com and desireuser.blogspot.com with a look at the HTC Desire Android mobile smartphone 2 years in. I've had this phone, well, as the title would suggest, almost 2 years, so I'm up for contract renewal at the end of this month, which is February 2012. So I'm kind of looking for another phone to have, maybe whether to go with another Android device, which I probably will, or maybe even switch over to iOS and check out an iPhone. But before I did that, I thought it might be quite useful to go back and look at the sort of how the Desire's got on over the last 2 years and what my favourite apps are. I've also just recently reset the phone and given it a factory reset and just really loaded the apps up that I use quite regularly. First of all, physically, how's the phone done? Well, most of the time I've kept it in this little sort of pouch which has kept it protected, but for about 6 months I managed to lose my pouch down the back of the settee, and so there's quite a lot of marks around the body of the phone. The screen itself is fine, no scratches or dings, and nothing serious anyway. On the back of the phone you see that the HTC logo, the silver bits, have fallen out. What happened pretty much almost as soon as I got the phone is the little plastic window that covers the camera got quite scratched and became opaque. It made the photograph really foggy, so I physically snapped that out with my finger, so it's straight through to the lens of the camera underneath. Saying that, I mean, although the camera on the Desire is quite good, I haven't really been that enamoured with it, and that's maybe when I switch to my next phone, one of the most important things will be the quality of the camera. Now, the first thing you'll notice when I turn my Desire on is I'm just using a plain black background, no fancy wallpapers here, and this has all been down due to trying to conserve battery life on the phone. And you can see this bar here, which is basically how I control the connectivity of the phone. We've got a little button there for mobile, so I can turn the internet off, to stop app syncing, and that's probably also contributed to the fact that I've never gone over my data allowance on my plan. You've got the little little kind of arrow thing you can see there is syncing, so that allows apps to sync. So you can have the internet on, as in this sort of setup, but apps aren't allowed to sync. We've got brightness here. There's one for GPS, one for Bluetooth, and one for connecting up to the wireless, and that's quite a good little widget that I use. Apart from that, there aren't actually many apps I use an awful lot, and as I say, with the Desire, and I guess probably with most smartphones, every now and then they can do with a good factory reset to clear everything out and kind of speed up the phone and get it back to sort of an as-new condition. And really, to be honest, if the Desire had a better camera on it, I probably wouldn't even be thinking about upgrading at all, because other than the camera being a bit naff now, well, sorry, the camera's okay, but there's better cameras out there. Everything else I'm pretty much happy with. So looking on the main home screen, so the good thing about Android is you can have all your sort of programs, you can flick through them, you can sort of select what you want, which is always nice and cool. But what have I got here? Well, on the front, obviously I've got Gmail. That's a nice little app, works very well, enables me to check my email all the time. Calendar, which is one of the built-in HTC apps, which again works nicely. Use that an awful lot. Tasks, that's an important one. So that's actually Gmail tasks, and I use this an awful lot. You can have lots of different lists of tasks, and I use it for thinking about ideas for my websites and my podcast. That's a useful one. Obviously the internet there, messaging, which is just a built-in text message app, and people. Let's have a look on the screen. The Squarespace app, that's basically for managing the comments on robnonphoto.com. I've got the Google Docs app is very good. Again, this just means that I can go in and I can edit documents on my phone, and go back to my laptop or my desktop, and the documents are there. I don't get very good reception in our house, so some of these apps that are dependent on the internet might come across as being a little bit slow, so we'll give it a second or so to open up. Here we go. So these are just some show notes, I think, from hopefully for something I did. Let's have a look. No, it's been a bit slow to open up. I won't waste your time with that, but I mean, Google Docs, very good little app. Don't use it that much because one of the problems I've had actually is that I don't think the keyboard on smartphones are that brilliant for typing. They're much better for looking at things. Actually, the flashlight app is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Use that all the time. Really, really good. You can vary the brightness of it. Calculator, self-explanatory. Let's go over here. What have we got? What you'll see here, these are actually shortcuts to websites. See, MachineMart, rubnaphoto.com and Flickr. So I can just hit the Flickr icon and that will take me, open up the browser and take me straight through to Flickr. The browser is something I think is quite good actually on Android because it's got Flash support. So you get all the ads and everything, and it works very well on most full websites. I avoid using the mobile version of websites, so for example for Flickr I just use the full one. What else have we got? Oh, the eBay app. I use that a lot actually. It's developed into a very nice app actually now. So when I want to look for bargain lenses, here we go, Canon. Oop. Canon. Come on. Film. Little secret there, if you want to find bargain lenses for your Canon camera, just look for Canon film cameras that have got lenses on them, and then I can sort of flick through and see what comes up. So the eBay app, that's a really useful one. What else have we got? Facebook. The Facebook app's okay. I don't actually use Facebook that much. Google Plus is okay. I don't actually use the app that much. I use it because if you install Google Plus on your smartphone on Android, and I don't know about iOS, but what it does, it kind of sits in the background, and any photos or videos you take with your camera will automatically get uploaded to your Google Plus account. So it's like an instant backup for all your photos. That's really good. Gallery, that's just the built-in photo gallery app. What have we got? Let's see. There's our greenhouse. I'll take some pictures of it because we dismantled it and had to put it up again in the back garden. What else have we got? Vignette, which is my favourite photo editing software. Really, really recommend it. This is the paid version. But I would say if you want a decent photo editing software on Android, get Vignette. Sundroid, just a really simple app just for telling when the sun's rising and when it's setting, so if I want to do some photography. And really, that's about it. You may well have noticed, I've got another couple of home screens on that side, another couple on that side that are empty of apps because, I don't have time to muck around with games and things like that. I really use my phone as a productivity tool for checking email, using calendar, writing down my tasks. Oh, maps I didn't talk about, which is fantastic. The GPS sat-nav works well. The only problem I've had on the Design is, I don't know if this is in common, is the fact that it can be a little bit slow. So it will say, oh, have you gone, turn left onto so-and-so road, and you've already gone back. But the fact that it comes free and works for free is brilliant, and it's allowed me to find lots of places. And Google Reader, it could be one of the apps that I use the most actually. And Reader is an RSS feed reader, so when you go to a website or a blog, often they'll have an RSS feed, which is basically that the site emails you kind of the articles, and you can just go in and read them. It's like having your own sort of specialised magazine, and that's very, very good. Whenever I have 5 minutes, just like to go in and you can check your RSS feeds. Very, very good indeed. So let's go back to the beginning. So have I missed any out? Oh, here we go. Dropbox. That's very useful. That's like a common folder. So anything you see, any files you see here in my Dropbox folder will automatically be in the same folders on my laptop or my desktop. SpringPad, which is like a fantastic organising piece of software. So you can have lots of different subjects. I've got personal, allotment, MachineMart, photography, and then within each subject, you can then have notes, photographs, to-do lists, all this sort of stuff. It's like a hyper task manager. Very, very good indeed. Recommend that to everybody. And I think that's about it. So, was the Desire worth it? Well, it cost me, I think it was £90, the phone, and then I've been on a £15 a month contract for 2 years. So, you know, that's not cheap when you add everything up, but it's actually quite cheap for a smartphone, especially £15 a month. And it's been brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think I'd use it as much as I do. The only sort of letdowns for me really has been, at the end of the day, the camera, because if the camera was better, I wouldn't be looking to upgrade the phone. And battery life, you know, you have to massage it. If you want to get through a full sort of 12-hour day, you've got to be making sure you're turning off things like the internet and syncing. You've got to make sure you haven't got the display blasting away at full brightness all the time. Other than that, it's been a great phone, very solid. I've dropped it dozens and dozens of times, and it's still in one piece. But a big part of that is probably due to the fact that most of the time it's sitting in its nice little soft case. So there we go, HTC Desire, Google Android phone. Highly recommended. If you can pick one up cheap second-hand that's in very good condition, you won't be sorry. And remember, these older Android phones have still got the hard buttons at the bottom, where some of the new ones for that have got ice cream sandwich on don't have hard buttons. But I would thoroughly recommend the phone, and I've really enjoyed using it and using the Android operating system. That's it from me. My name's Rob from robnunphoto.com and desireuser.blogspot.com. Thanks for watching.